God, when I started recording this video, I've had this idea of talking about the creativity process while painting. And I realized 20 minutes down the line that it was an extremely boring video and that nobody was going to watch more than that. So I stopped the recording and decided to record again midway through. My name is Sin, or Cynthia. I'm an illustrator and surface designer, and I sell my work at Society 6 and Redbubble. And despite being a professional artist, I still need my moment of relaxing, drawing without strings attached. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be commercial, it doesn't have to be anything. I have that sketchbook here where I do that kind of thing just for fun, with no pressure whatsoever of being awesome or sucking or whatever. It's just my process. Whenever I'm stuck creatively, I usually turn to my sketchbook and doodle just for fun without pressure, and that usually helps me get unstuck somehow. Today I just did it for the sake of the video. I'm not stuck and not in the creative rut. I have actually tons of ideas and not enough time. That's another problem. It's all or nothing. So I also teach classes, and often people tell me, oh, I'm not creative enough to paint. I don't know how to paint. I'm not good at painting. I will never be good at painting. The thing is, guys, if you never try, you'll never be good. And if you're always afraid of people judging you, you'll never get anywhere. You have to remember that time, long time ago. Every one of us had this time when we were little kids and were gifted a box of crayons or a watercolor paint palette. And we were all so super excited. Yay, we finally got some art supplies. We're going to do something fun. I want to do all the things. I want to use all the colors. And that's exactly what you need to unleash as an adult to trigger that creativity and work those creative muscles. So instead of saying, I cannot paint, say, hey, why not? What can I do with that? Take your paint out, your pencils, your crayons, your marker, your sketch pen, your whatever you have on hand, it doesn't matter, and start doodling things you're comfortable doodling. For me, drawing leafy patterns and tropical flowers and things like this, like I'm doing here in this video, is the easiest thing because it comes to me naturally. It's the kind of thing I can doodle on no end. And truth be told, when I was in high school, I used to doodle during all my classes, and there was often flowers and swirls and twirls and in the margin of all my notebooks and all my papers, whatever loose sheet of paper I had while listening to a class. You can bet that at the end of the class it was covered in random drawing. What it used to do back then was help me remember what the teacher was saying. It often was seen as me not paying attention at all, but the truth was that it was the exact opposite. By just doodling around mindlessly while listening to the lecture helped me focus and remember what was being said. Back then, I had no goal whatsoever to selling whatever was written on those notebook pages. I didn't care what my classmate thought. I didn't care what my teacher was thinking either, whether I was a good artist or not. I was just doing it just to refocus my brain. And I think that's what everybody needs to be doing from time to time. Just forget about perfection, dive in, and do what feels comfortable to you. And I can bet that every single one of us have at least one tiny to-go motif that we like scribbling on no end. Think about the last time that you talked to a friend or family member on the phone and had a pen in your hand. What were you doing? You probably always draw the same thing, and that's what you should be starting with in your sketchbook if you're stuck. So, and do not have any pressure about being good. It's not the goal here. The goal is to really relax your mind doing something fun. And once you have done that, the creativity will follow. And you need to keep doing it. It's like going to the gym. You don't run a marathon overnight. You don't lift the heaviest weight overnight. You just start small. And as you get better, you start drawing more complicated things, and so on. And at one point, you might actually be selling something or not. It's not even the end goal. The end goal is really to let yourself loose enough so that your inner creativity that is there in every one of us can get out. Plain and simple.